And welcome to Upon Further Review. I'm Josh Aubrey. While the high school school year comes to a close, we've got a couple of teams that were competing in the state and still some to come. We had the Bulloch Academy Gators in the state playoffs for the first time in quite a while. We have some highlights of their opening round of the GISA playoffs, also the area golf tournament taking place over at Georgia Southern University, seeing the Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jacket boys and girls who both happen to advance to the state, which will take place next week. As for the area high school athletes who are signing letters of intent, quite a few going on around Bulloch County. We'll send you out to a few of those, as well as for the Georgia Southern Eagles, the baseball team wrapping up their regular season as they get ready for the Sun Belt Tournament, which begins next week. They had a final 3-game series Thursday, Friday, and Saturday to get to. All that and plenty more coming up on Upon Further Review. And a reminder before we go to break, hopefully you'll never be in an accident, but if so, please give our friends at the Sullivan Law Firm a call, 912-489-8888, or online at thesullivanlawfirm.com. McCooks Pharmacy, located on Highway 80 East, is family owned and operated by Lynn and Janie McCook, as well as their son, Josh McCook. Serving the Bulloch County area since 2005, McCooks Pharmacy offers fast and friendly service where the customers come first. Vaccinations are available, including shingles, flu, pneumonia, and Tdap. Drive-through service is available with 2 drive-through windows for your convenience. McCooks Pharmacy offers free local deliveries, and new customers are always welcome. Continuing the tradition of our family caring for your family, McCooks Pharmacy, Highway 80 East. Well, the Georgia Southern men's golf team advancing to the NCAA regionals once again, getting an at-large berth. They were playing up in Salem, South Carolina, just outside of Clemson. In their NCAA regionals, the Eagles coming one shot away from being able to play in a playoff. Unfortunately, their season comes to a close, as does the careers of some very influential seniors that the Eagles have had in their program for now 6 years, starting as freshmen and playing through the COVID season as well. Let's send you out for some of the highlights and hear from head coach Carter Collins. Georgia Southern Eagles on the road in Salem, South Carolina. The NCAA regionals at the Cliffs at Keowee Falls. The site final round action, the Eagles in 6th place, the top 5 teams advancing to the NCAA championships. Wilson Andres with the nice shot here on the par 5 14th. He sticks it to within about 10 feet. Andres would lead the Eagles individually, tied for 14th. On to 16, and Ben Carr drops the birdie putt. Staying on 16, here's the approach on the par 5 hole by freshman Parker Claxton. He gets this one to about 10 feet away. Claxton would then step up, and he walks in the birdie putt. Here another birdie on number 18. He'd have a low day for the Eagles with 68. Staying on 18, and Mason Williams with the eagle putt from about 12 feet away. He'll drain this one. The Eagles starting to make a run toward the end of their first 9, and then on the back, Ben Carr, a huge clutch putt here on number 5. Over to number 6 we go, and again it's Parker Claxton, and the freshman showing no signs of nerves. His approach here to within about 10 feet. He then steps up and would knock this one in. The Eagles would move to 30 under par as a team and into 5th place. The only hole left, a par 5, 3, 2, 1. With only one hole to go at 30 under, the par 5 9th hole proving to be costly. Ben Carr just misses the birdie. Claxton then just misses his birdie. The Eagles would end up having to count 2 bogeys on the par 5 hole. And then they'd have to watch as Clemson trying to break out of a tie with Georgia Southern on their final hole. Keon Rose with his third shot on the par 5 ninth. The Eagles needing him to miss this to avoid being knocked into 6th place. But he makes it for the birdie, and the Eagles' season would come to a close.
Seniors mean the world to me. You know, they helped move this program forward, and they left behind a legacy that we're forever grateful for. Yeah, this one will sting for a while. We wanted to get a chance to win a national championship in Arizona, not just for this team, but for everyone that supports us in the university back home in Statesboro, and our families, friends, everybody. We came up short, but you know, that's not a measurement of the effort and how hard they fought all week from beginning to end. And you know, very proud of their effort and what they accomplished. I mean, they played some fantastic golf. Seniors have done so much for this program at Georgia Southern and for each other. And, you know, somewhere in there they've done more for me than I ever could have for them. So, you know, my appreciation for them is, you know, unmeasurable, and, you know, I'm always going to be there for them no matter what. They know their effort was there. They know the preparation was there. They did everything they could. We just came up a little short, and, you know, there's fuel for the fire moving forward for the program and for them individually, and I think a lot of good stuff will come out of this. It's just we won't be able to feel that for a little bit.
Well, as for the Georgia Southern baseball team, they're wrapping up the regular season this week with a 3-game series, and then they get the Sun Belt Tournament underway coming up in Montgomery, Alabama. Let's see how the Eagles did this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Georgia Southern baseball team opening up the first of a 3-game series with James Madison, the Eagles' final games of the regular season. Jarrett Brown reaching here on a fielder's choice. Jesse Sherrill scores to make it 1-0. Still in the first, the Eagles up 2-0. Jonathan Jamie singles to right. Brown scores to make it 3-0. 3-2 here in the second inning for Blake Evans, and he singles to center. Sherrill scores to make it 4-2. And then slamming Sammy Blancato, living up to his name, as he slams this one over the Blue Monster to make it 6-2. The Eagles add a couple more runs here in the fourth. Blake Evans with the 2-run shot into right. Georgia Southern goes on to win Game 1 by a score of 10-6. Over to the nightcap we go. Trailing 1-0, Jesse Sherrill will single into right field. J.C. Peacher scores to tie the game at 1-1. To the fourth we go, 3-1. Eagles coming back as Jarrett Brown flies out to center, and Blancato showing his speed as he races home to score on the sac fly to make it a 1-run game. The Eagles flashing some leather as well. The fly ball to center. And check out the grab by J.C. Peacher as he goes up and takes away a home run. Take another look at this one. Unfortunately, the Eagles fall in this one by a score of 4-3. So to the rubber match on Saturday we go, the final game at JI for the Eagles seniors, including Noah Ledford, who had finished things up in style. This one up and away to right, his 57th career home run, third all-time in school history. Eagles up 1-0. Statesboro's J.D. Kaiser later in the second with the RBI single into right center to make it 2-0. J.P. Tighe, another senior coming through. The single to right center makes it 3-0. On the mound, Javon Ray gets the start, and he'd go 5 1/3, allowing only 1 earned run with 3 strikeouts. He'd get some help from Kaiser at catcher as he throws the runner down at second. The Eagles getting a nice pitching performance all the way around here. Will Robbins in relief with the strikeout to end the inning. The Eagles then turn things over to senior Jay Thompson. He comes through with 5 strikeouts and the save. The Eagles win 4-2.
Good to get the last one. I mean, it's been a good career. This team's still a special team. A lot of the guys I've been with for 4 or 5 years, and it was good to end on a good note, but now we got to focus on Montgomery.
It was an emotional one, though. I mean, playing next to some of the guys for the very last time, I mean, they've had a huge impact on my life, and I hope I've impacted theirs as well.
I think once Coach came up to me and he was just like, hey, it's your game, I knew it was one of those times where you just got to turn it on a little bit more. We know that anything can happen once tournament time starts. It's once you get some momentum, it's hard to stop somebody, and so that's kind of where we're at, and just take a little momentum into Montgomery is always a good thing.
Well, certainly glad to see those seniors go out their last game at JI on a great note, and appreciate our fans turning out. We had great support all season, and a lot of people turned out today to recognize those seniors and show their appreciation for all that they've given here, and that means a lot. That's what makes this a special place for these guys to play, and I know how thankful they are for it. But you want momentum heading into the tournament, and that was a good ball game, a well-played game on both sides, and we got really good pitching today. I thought we pitched well for the most part this weekend, which was really good to see. And come Tuesday, it's a new season, so we got to go over and play our best baseball beginning on Tuesday.
And stay with us. High school action coming up next. Well, the Bulloch Academy Gators opening up the state playoffs and able to play at home, which is very rare for the Gators over the past few years. Let's send you out for some of their highlights from their opening round. Bulloch Academy opening up the state playoffs Monday with a doubleheader against Loganville Christian. The Lions start the scoring here with the squeeze bunt. They take a 2-1 lead in the fourth and add to it. The double to the fence and right, plates 2 more, and it's 4-1. To the fifth we go. Kyler Fellows the batter, and he takes this one up and away to left. Loganville Christian pulling away up 6-1 and celebrating, but maybe a little premature. Coach Kevin Nix rallying the troops. Apparently he knows how to motivate the team. Bryson Scott walks, and Mark Justins then drives this one into right center after scoring on the walked-in run. The Gators continue to pile it up. Mason Johns goes the other way on this pitch. He brings it to within 6-5, and then Nick Walton with 2 outs in the 7th, playing hero, poking this one into left. Nice slide by Justin, and the Gators walk off with the victory by a score of 7-6. To game 2 we go, and the Lions roaring back, tying the game here with the RBI single. The Gators try to get some momentum back. Down 4-2, Landon Brooks takes this one up and away to left, a solo shot. But from there, unfortunately, it would be all Lions. They'd score 5 unanswered runs, and they'd go on to take game 2 by a score of 9-3, forcing a game 3 Tuesday afternoon. A beautiful day for baseball, and with a good crowd on hand, this one was all Gators. Mark Justin drives the double to the fence and left, bringing home the runner from second. Later, Tucker Howard. He'll drive the RBI single to left as well. The Gators with a 3-0 lead. Landon Brooks on the mound and in control, coming through with the strikeout here. Mason Johns helping out as he gets down and dirty for the catch at short. Back to the offense we go. Ike Hubbard, the batter. He'll take this one all the way to the fence and left for a double. And then the squeeze bunt not working on Monday, but it's working nicely here. Mason John slides home after Bryson Scott's bunt. And then it's Braylon Evans' turn, and he gets the bunt down. Scott scores. Brooks able to help his own cause, the fly ball to right. And this is the kind of night it was, or day it was, for the Lions. This one drops in. Ike Hubbard slides in safely, hustling home. And then Carter Hennon going to right field on this pitch. This one just gets inside fair territory. He'd end up with a triple. 2 more runs scored. The Gators up 12-0. Brooks continuing to deal on the mound. He'd have 5 strikeouts and allow only 2 hits in the game. Everybody getting in on the fun. Dylan May drives this one into right. He'd hustle all the way to third. And then come home to score on Jack Connor's single into right field. And then Connor will end up ending things as he'll slide home safe on the wild pitch, and the Gators advance, winning by a final of 15-0. Well, plenty of high school athletes deciding where they will play on the next level. Let's send you out for a few over at Statesboro High and over at Portal.
I feel really excited, honestly. Kind of scared, kind of nervous. I'm finna go into a new chapter in my life. But at the same time, I'm excited, ready to do it, ready to take it on. And I told Denmark, I was really already going to go to Denmark. And then I visited one day, and they offered me, I told them what I threw. They said, yeah, I'll get you in there. So that's how it happened. I saw my improvement every year because, my coach, he always beat, that technique into me. You know what I'm saying? We really just did technique all the time. You know what I'm saying? We threw at the end, basically. You know what I'm saying? And every year I improve 20, 10 feet, you know what I'm saying? Just putting in the work, hard work,
I'm super excited for today, having family, friends, and all around community show up. Bruton Parker to me was like another step towards the goal I want to eventually get to, and thankfully Coach Bob is unable to be here, but he gave me the opportunity to play for him, and I'm super excited to go there. Bruton Parker is an excellent college for me, and I just feel like I could really thrive there as a player and as a student. Well, I've always, since a kid, wanted to be a collegiate athlete, and having this opportunity, it really opened my eyes to not only going to Southern, but being a Barbarian at Bruton Parker, and thanks again to Coach Bob for the opportunity.
Well, the Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jacket flag football team won their second straight state championship this past fall as they were able to take care of business. They are 39-0 in the 2 seasons of playing flag football, and this week they were given their state championship rings, and for most of them this is their second ring at Southeast Bulloch. Members of the Southeast Bulloch Yellow Jacket flag football team gathered together with family and friends one more time as they held their ring ceremony, capping 2 straight undefeated seasons and back-to-back state championships.
Took a lot of hard work to especially do it back-to-back, going undefeated. I know that with our coaches, they'll have a very successful season next year as well, and a bunch of girls coming back, and it just feels great. Not many people get to do it, and it's just a great experience.
It's we all needed this. We all needed our fans back to have one more time like this. It's a great feeling to have everybody here. It feels good. I know they'll have another successful season next year, especially with the coaches, great coaching staff, so it'll be a fine season.
It was awesome because that's the kind of stuff that happens in movies, and for us to be doing that here on our own fields and stuff like that with our own friends and our coaches, that's just amazing. And to be a part of something that did so well is just a great feeling to have, and just to be a part of it in general is it has been one of the most amazing things I've ever been able to experience, and I will always be thankful for that. And I am so proud of these girls, and I know they'll do great things next year too.
Oh yeah, it's so good to be back together with this bunch. They're such a fun bunch on and off the field, and I'm going to truly miss the seniors, but when they got to see their rings for the first time, last year they saw them, we took them up, gave them back, but this year to let them see them for the first time is just exciting, and it's a fun time. It took a little while, a couple of weeks for the excitement to wear off, but after that it's pretty amazing what they actually did on the field. It doesn't happen very much, but to do it 39-0 is pretty special. Pressure's high. In fact, every time people start talking about flag football, my heart starts racing because I know the pressure's going to be there. But I mean, we're bringing back some good kids. So a lot of returners. We did lose 5 seniors, but we got 5 seniors coming back and some people to replace the ones that left. So we're looking to have a good season and continue the excellence.
And before we go, the Statesboro Blue Devil football team playing in spring practice this past couple of weeks. For head coach Matt Dobson, very important as they get ready for his first season coming up in the fall. They had the annual blue-white game on Friday, and afterwards we also had a chance to talk with him about how he felt things went.
Trust your eyes to the team that takes care of the Eagles. Professional Eye Care of Statesboro offers a full range of medical eye care, in addition to a wide assortment of glasses, sunglasses, and contact lenses to suit your style.
I'm Dr. Horace Deal. Allow me or one of my associates to provide you with comprehensive medical eye care. And we can help you select from a variety of glasses and contact lenses here at Professional Eye Care of Statesboro.
First-year head coach Matt Dobson concluding the Statesboro Blue Devils spring practice with a blue-white game Friday night. Bruce Yawn serving as quarterback for both the white and blue team. Here he connects with Raylan Grant down the far sideline for a first down. Later it's Yawn to Grant once again. He gets down to the 5. And from there the give to Jalen Strickland. He goes in for the score for the white team. Later from deep in his own territory, Yawn will air it out. And a great grab by Grant at midfield. Yawn then hits Aiden Lewis for a first down as he fights ahead, and then Yawn to Jakari Lovett ahead for another first down. That drive would stall. We move over to the blue team, and Yawn finds Jackson Williams, who lowers the shoulder and picks up a first down. And the blue team on the move. Nice screen pass to Josh Brockett, who cuts back across the field. And he'll end up picking up 38 yards on this carry. And then down deep, Yawn finds Williams all alone in the end zone for the touchdown. Statesboro's defense with their moments as well. Here, Strickland coming through with the strip. And he goes all the way 65 yards down the right sidelines for the touchdown. And then for the final score of the game, Yawn drops back and hits Chris Williams in stride, and he goes 66 yards for the touchdown. Overall, Dobson pleased with the way things went this spring.
It was really good, a lot of energy and effort. Okay, a lot of things we got to clean up on. We put too many footballs on the ground offensively, fumbling the ball. Great job by our defense. I said in a game like this, when the offense does something bad, defense gets credit. So they did a great job of creating turnovers. But offensively, got to clean up. We can't put the football on the ground. That's the number one thing in our plan to win is control the turnover margin, and we didn't do that tonight. But love the effort we played with, the energy. A lot of big plays on both sides of the ball. Young guys, old guys, a lot of guys making plays. So really fun there. For early on in spring, I do think our timing is starting to get there. Now we're going to have all summer go to 7-on-7s and continue to improve our timing. But Bruce played a really good game, especially early on. He was making the right reads and putting the ball in the right spot. A few too many drops tonight, but we'll get it cleaned up. We're going to catch 1,000 1,000 balls, over the summer and 7-on-7s and then practices, and so we'll get it cleaned up. But yeah, Raylan's been a great surprise. Raylan Grant's had a great spring. Guy that we got back out, hadn't played football in a couple of years, so he's had a really good spring, and so excited about his future here. Some really good players didn't play tonight, and so that's okay. We know what those guys can do with Cam and Creighton, and obviously we get them back. We're a different football team, and so excited. Tonight we're split up on the two teams. I'm excited to get all of our players on one team, and I think we can have a really special year. Our goals were to get a lot of reps, teach a lot of scheme, play with great energy and effort, and then compete. And I do think we reached those goals. We got some scheme stuff we still have to clean up. We're not even close to where we need to be, but our energy and effort, man, I'm telling you, we have a bunch of balled-in guys on this football team, guys that want to be good, that want to compete, and so we reached our goals. We'll continue to clean up the scheme part as we go, but man, a great group of guys. I couldn't be happier to be their head football coach.
And that'll wrap it up for this week's show. We thank you for joining us. Hope to see you again soon.